The Singapore Democratic Party says electing a strong opposition to Parliament will promote healthy political competition and lead to improved governance. The statement was issued in response to the Prime Minister's remarks, which suggested that opposition parties could undermine the PAP government during times of serious national challenges. Si Hui reports from the lunchtime rally.
From the Ridout Road rental revelations to the crunchy forced clearance era and the contentious NRIC data debacle, these are just a few of the controversies that SDP chief Dr. Chee Soon-juan has accused the ruling PAP government of mishandling over the past 5 years.
I take pains to provide you with facts and concrete evidence so that you are equipped with information and not be swayed by the PAP's propaganda. Blind support for the PAP, blind faith, lulls society into thinking that things are fine when they are clearly not. And worse, that there is no alternative to the PAP.
During the lunchtime rally, hundreds of office workers gathered to hear the Singapore Democratic Party outline its key proposals. These include placing Singaporeans' needs at the forefront, tackling the rising cost of living, and strengthening support for mental health.
It's been a decade since the SDP last staged a lunchtime rally at the promenade beside UOB Plaza. This year, Dr. Chee Soon-juan struck familiar notes, hammering home a message that has mirrored much of the rhetoric throughout SDP's hustings and echoed across other opposition parties, that a stronger opposition makes for a stronger government.
In a pointed critique, Dr. Chee called for greater accountability and transparency, urging Singaporeans to cast their vote for the opposition as a check on power.
My message is not that the PAP, this government, is 100% bad or that it's 100% good. What I want to get across to you is that the PAP is most certainly not the exceptional party that it says that it is. And if you're not exceptional, then be humble. Don't demand exceptional salaries. Most of all, acknowledge and accept the fact that the PAP needs meaningful opposition in Parliament to govern Singapore better.
I firmly believe that healthy competition can only make someone better. As I've said earlier in this campaign, the best football teams in the world get better by playing against teams which are stronger than them, not by shifting the goalposts, shortening the training periods for their opponents, committing professional fouls, etc. So let's hope that on the 3rd of May, you give the PAP a chance to improve themselves by voting in strong opposition members into Parliament, like the SDP.
Candidates urged voters to reject what they called the PAP's fear-mongering and to vote boldly for change.
My fellow Singaporeans, do not let the PAP's fear tactics sway you in any way. You are not shortchanging yourself by voting for an SDP MP in Parliament. The government's programs will still go on, your estate will be fine, Singapore will be fine, in fact not just fine, you will be thriving, not just surviving.
The SDP fired back at Health Minister Ong Ye Kung's dismissal of the proposals, saying they had no snowball's chance of benefiting Singapore. Dr. Chee challenged Mr. Ong to stay focused instead of dismissing the SDP, insisting there is strong demand for their ideas.
He obviously hasn't read our paper. And that is a tragedy because, you would imagine that as a minister, he would want to survey all the possibilities, all the alternative proposals out there. And when you neglect to really have this comprehensive view of, and take into consideration how these other alternative proposals can be very helpful and useful, you give lie to the fact that you're not partisan, right? Anything coming up from the opposition, it doesn't mean it's bad.
Mr. Ong had also criticised the SDP's proposal to merge healthcare clusters, calling it overly simplistic and questioning plans for staff layoffs. He warned that such mergers often lead to deep cuts in administrative roles. In his response, Dr. Chee said SDP would ensure patient care isn't affected.
Sometimes it's just so bizarre what they say. How does wanting to have universal healthcare and everything that we proposed, to do it with the 3 M's, right, and to have a single payer system, lead him to think that somehow or other we'll be retrenching workers. That is that kind of fear-mongering that I think is so unbecoming of a minister. Be open.
The SDP has been rallying daily since the campaign began, as all parties ramp up their efforts with just 2 days left before cooling off day and polling day.